Hi guys, I'm sitting over here on the side here for a second. I'm just getting everything and looking to see when the broadcast starts. There we go. This is my hand. See? Hi. All right, let's turn everything around here. I guess I don't really need the safety glasses. These are kind of left over from when Jerry came over and we were working on his stormtrooper suit. So, as you can see, walls are done. I even have stairs here. See, look, stairs. Want to be able to see myself in HD. Actually, I should probably turn that down. That would that might help things a bit. So, I know we've talked about this before, and I've told you this before, but we're going to go over it again because the walls are up. As soon as I get things all plugged in, I've actually been out here most of the morning, working frantically to get to this spot. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but I actually haven't put the cap plate on over on the other side yet, because I had been out here for 2 hours already this morning, and I was tired and my back was starting to hurt. So I really kind of wanted to just get inside and relax for a little bit. But so where we're at right now. So garage. So this is the front driveway, courtyard. I don't know about lawn, but maybe garden. So garage with 1, 2, 3 entry, and really it'll only be for 2 cars or maybe even 1 car. My wife will get this spot, and then this entrance will be for my workshop, and I might actually not even put my own car in there. I might use that for a workshop also and kind of put a curtain across here so this can become my workshop. You come in the door here, and there's a laundry room. Oh, I'm missing a wall. Crap, I'm still missing a wall. The laundry room is a 10 by 10, so it's there. And then this piece here is like a pantry, closet, storage kind of an area. You can come this way into like a little mud room with a door out to the side to allow entrance in the back area. You can keep coming down here where you can come in here, small hallway, small bathroom, 2 guest rooms. I've got this sitting 5 by 5 now because a tub is 5 feet by what, 2.5 feet. So a tub is long enough to put in here. It still takes up half of the room though, so I'm not sure that that's enough. This might have to come out just a little bit longer, a foot or 2 more, and these doors might actually have to come up in the front corners. I'm not sure. But there's 2 12 by 12 rooms here. There's a small hallway that'll take you down into the kitchen, and this is the pantry or butler's pantry here. So you can come in on this side with a there's a small powder room bathroom here and stairs going upstairs. There's a door here that goes to the outdoor kitchen. Now if you come in this way, this is the great room, and this is the entry foyer, and this here is a library or office for my wife. Probably French doors here, kind of a thing. Come down a small hallway this way, and you go left into the massive master bathroom that has one of my story poles in it. Or you can turn right and come down this hallway, which will give you the door right here for my closet. I'm just going to turn down the... Hey, good afternoon, Ulysses. Ah, see, I saw you faster that time. So this is my walk-in closet, which is, if I remember correctly, 7 feet by about 15 feet. And then down into the master bedroom area. I don't actually have a door on this yet. There's no door here. Oh shoot, I gotta put a door. I definitely have to put a door here. And there's no door here. I probably want to put a door there too. So this is the master bedroom area, and here's a door to outside here. And windows, big windows. And then my wife's door to her walk-in closet, her massive walk-in closet right there. And then, like I said before, about this much. So this is all outdoors now. And about this much of it is going to be under the upstairs story, and then probably this much more will be under like a canopy kind of a thing. So basically this whole area here will be under some sort of a roof, so that you can put out your patio furniture and stuff out here. And then out here is the pool area. So what is it, 20, let me see where to go. 27 hours of work to get to here. And a lot of it's up on YouTube already. So lots and lots of work. Today, to be honest, most of today is going to be cutting the popsicle sticks to sheathe the walls. By the way, you can see this pile of popsicle sticks here. That is all the popsicle sticks that are left from the first 2,000. So what you see in front of you right here is 2,000 popsicle sticks. I went out to my local craft store yesterday to get more glue sticks, and I found the same popsicle sticks at the craft store, but they were $6 or $7 a box. Where on Amazon, was it Amazon? I think it was Amazon. I was getting mine for $4 or $5 a box. Wow, for some reason, that is not wanting to stay. Hey, more people. Hi. So I'm interested to know, the people that are in the channel now, did you know that I was coming on today? Have you seen my earlier videos and saw where I said that I was going to be doing a bonus video today? Or did you just happen to come by or see the notification that I had just come up? I am interested. Inquiring minds want to know. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go get that empty box back. we are going to fill up this box with cut popsicle sticks. So I've turned the quality on my monitor down. So the quality out is 720p, which is okay. I wish it was 1080. I'll be honest. I guess the camera that I've got doesn't do 1080. Bit of a bummer, but and then I was watching the YouTube channel in 720p, but I just realized I don't need to see myself in that much quality. So I was getting 720p out and 720p in, which means I was taking up a lot of bandwidth. So I dropped my my in. I dropped that down to I don't know, 240, I think. Yeah, 240, because the video in doesn't matter. I don't really need to see myself over there. You guys need to see me, and hopefully that will alter the amount of bandwidth I'm using so that the quality out will remain higher for longer. So unfortunately, a lot of what I'm going to be doing right now is cutting like this. Oh, hey, I did another Totally Biased review. I haven't got it put up yet. I will. I'll get it put up shortly, as soon as I can. But it's Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Went to see that, and I won't tell you anything about it. You'll have to watch my Totally Biased. I'm definitely calling them Darth Tigger's Totally Biased reviews now, just to make sure that I don't have any overlap with the other guy who has a channel called Totally Biased, because I don't think has anything to do with this kinds of stuff that I'm talking about. So I have no affiliation with him whatsoever. But watch Darth Tigger's Totally Biased review, Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, and I will tell you what I thought. There is actually one thing about those kinds of things, and I guess I'll have to mention this in my reviews, is if I don't think I like something, I will tend not to go to it. Like if I don't think I'm going to like it, I'll tend not to go to it. It's only when I'm trying to spend time with other people and be nice that I'll do things like that. Oh, wow. Is that ever thin? Oh, well, it'll work. I'll just put the... Wow, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? That's really neat. It's kind of gouged out. I put the gouged outside on the inside, it'll be fine. I'm very interested to see how many popsicle sticks it's going to take to do these walls, because I got to sheathe them both inside and outside. There's going to be a lot of popsicle sticks involved in this. I tell you, by the end, I'm collecting all these. I may have told you this before, I don't know, but I'm making these a little longer than I need to, because I'm collecting them, and I'm going to actually sheathe the roof in these. Well, I'm going to sheathe it like this first, and then I'm going to put these over top, just so the roof is a more scalloped look. It looks more like when I was at the craft store, I saw a whole bunch of popsicle sticks, a whole bunch of different types of popsicle sticks. But you know what would make a lot of people's lives a lot easier? Is if they make, because first of all, these aren't popsicle sticks. These are pieces of wood that look like popsicle sticks, but they are not food safe. And let's face it, a popsicle stick is a stick that was inside a popsicle, and a popsicle being a frozen piece of flavored ice, or flavored water, I guess, or a piece of flavored ice. So it would be really nice if they made popsicle sticks with square ends. It would make this a lot easier for guys like me. Because now you get to sit here and watch me cut popsicle sticks for the next hour. For some reason, your footage keeps cutting out. Yeah, I'm noticing that too, and I have no clue why. I don't know. I think, like I said, I get, well, hours of footage up on YouTube right now. It's probably about 14-ish hours, and maybe Comcast is just getting mad at me. I'm using too much bandwidth or something. Either that, or there could be a problem around here somewhere. Man, I could really use some help doing this. It'd be really nice if my wife was home. She's coming home on Monday, by the way, so I will have a wife again on Monday. I miss her. Don't tell her that, because it'll swell her head. Yeah, I'm watching the same stream that you guys are, and that's the way I'm able to see your chat. So I can see when it cuts out. I have no idea why it cuts out, and it really annoys me. Because when I was looking at the Google Hangout, I can't tell that it's cutting out. Hangout. So I'm going to do this for a couple hours today and a couple hours tomorrow, and I'll videotape it tomorrow too. I honestly, right now, I don't know if I'm going to make the time estimate we were talking about. This is week 2. This is the end of week 2, and I was expecting 3 weeks I'd have it all up. I don't think I'm going to get this sheath before the end of the weekend. We might need to add another week to this. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do as much as I can today and tomorrow while my wife's away. This keeps me out of trouble while she's away. Oh, hey, I downloaded and installed Magic the Gathering Origins, and it is free to play. Now, when people say things are free to play, it normally means, you know, free to play for a little while, and then you got to pay a whole heck of a lot. It seems, and I'm not 100% certain yet because I've only got a couple hours into this so far, but it seems like this one could be free to play forever. The way it seems to work, and again, I've just started playing it. The way it seems to work is you buy cards, booster packs of cards, the same way you would real ones, with in-game money. You can buy that in-game money with real money if you want. But you can also earn in-game money by playing games. And I've actually bought 4 booster packs of cards using in-game money that I've earned just by playing the game. Holy crap! Somebody's loud. What the heck are they doing over there? Something's going on over there. Tried Magic Gathering Origins. The servers are kind of poopy. I have one connectivity issue. I saw that they were mentioning that they were having connectivity issues, and on the Steam page, I think it was saying that there were a bunch of connectivity issues. So I know that people are having them, but I only had one, and I just hit retry and it resolved itself. So, knock on wood, I haven't had any real problems yet. You know what I did find though? So I'm playing through the story because that's the way to make the most amount of money. And the first storyline with the red, was it white? No, the white deck. That was pretty easy. Jace, the second storyline, freaking hard. And then the black storyline, the third one, so that's as far as I've gotten is those 3. But the black storyline is also quite hard until you get to like the top level. Once you get the top level, it's it gets a lot easier on the black storyline. With me, I connected once and couldn't connect again. Holy crap! That's bad. Yeah, I can see why you'd be upset at that. Holy wow. I'd be upset at it. I told you about my experience with Batman Arkham Knight, didn't I? Yeah. Now there's something I want to do a totally biased review on at some point. I have these little almost invisible lines of glue just going everywhere. It's like a spider web. After the first mission on the first story, I couldn't connect, and it wouldn't record me beating the second mission. Yeah, it says it if you don't connect, it doesn't record it. I was just lucky. It said that to me too. It said you can continue offline, but your progress won't be recorded. And all I said was retry, and it got me. So I guess I was really lucky. So obviously it says that it's free to play. I got accepted to Tor Wars Guild. I saw your application come through, actually. I was at work when it came through, though. Congratulations. I play mostly Monday and Wednesday nights. In the Tour Team 1 rating group. But if you ever want to play at other times and I'm free, I will absolutely come in and help run you through things. I've got every class at level 55 or 60. 8. Well, all 8 of the base classes at 55 or 60, and then I've got like 2 other characters that are lower level, like 39 or something. I think I got one that's 17. But yeah, oh, by the way, when you put in your application, did you tell them that you knew me? I've been playing every day. Yeah, it's like that, especially when you first start out. The storylines, it's very much a story-driven game, and the storylines are quite compelling. What character are you class are you playing right now? It's actually a really good group of people in Tor Wars. For the first section that asks how you know the guild, I put through Darth Tigger. Cool. Jedi Knight. You know what? I've got to be honest. I think Jedi Knight is probably the weakest storyline out of all of them. In fact, the storylines on the on the Republic side are decidedly weaker than the storylines on the Sith side. The smuggler on the Republic side is not too bad. I think I like the on the Republic side. I think I like the Commandos storyline the best. The Jedi's just honestly, I thought they phoned it in on that storyline. You get to the Sith storylines though. The first one I ever did was the Sith Inquisitor, and that storyline is cool and hilarious. The bounty hunter is really cool. The Imperial spy, agent, that storyline is freaking twisted. Like that's probably the best storyline in the game, in my opinion. All right, see you in a bit, man. There are still other people watching though, and you can chat too. I like chatting with people. I never knew Ulysses until he started talking to me on this. So I love chatting with people. There we go. That is the that's funny. That's the first 2000 done. Here comes box number 3. Yeah, what I'm going to do here, guys, actually, I'm going to make a little table beside me. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Making my life easier. I'm going to probably fill this whole box up with square cut popsicle sticks, and then I'll start sheathing the walls. I know I'm going to go through a ton of these. I'll try to keep. I'm getting better in the chat, so I'll try to keep my eye on it. I gotta say though, I've live streamed before, and it's been a bit of a process. But this YouTube system makes it extremely painless. I'm quite happy with YouTube's live streaming setup. And to be honest, I think I've said this before, but the biggest reason that I'm live streaming this is because it's so easy to get the footage. I need the footage for the time lapse, because in the end I'm going to be doing a time lapse of this. I figure I'm going to go for, I'll try a 10-minute time lapse and see what kind of comments I get on that, but I might actually even drop it down to a 5-minute time lapse. In fact, you know what? A 5-minute time lapse might be the right thing. I personally don't think I could sit through a 10-minute time lapse. So if I can't do it, I just can't believe anybody else would want to do it either. So yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, it's maybe a 5-minute time lapse, and with, you know, I think over 14 hours of footage already, and it's really only half of the work that I've done. But you're not, I mean, you're going to be getting probably a quarter of a second of footage out of every minute, or a quarter of a second of time lapse out of every minute of footage that I've got. Or maybe even less. I mean, I don't know how many hours of footage I'm going to have by the time this is all over. It's just upstairs, so I like I said, I finished these walls over here this morning, and I'll just wait for this loud car to go by. Hold on. It looked like an old Datsun, but the name, the badge on the side said Baru, B-A-R-U. I've never heard of that. And now I lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens. I'm so old. Oh yeah, so I was down here until 11:30 my time this morning, which is, I don't know, I guess about an hour ago. Yeah. For a little while because I was kind of hunched over there, and my back was really starting to hurt and stuff like that. So I went upstairs, and on TV upstairs is Goldfinger. So I watched like 20 minutes of Goldfinger upstairs. I just find that funny. So, as I so often do, I seriously underestimated the amount of work. You know what I'm also thinking of doing? What I'd love to do? I would love to see how big of a house, like this kind of a thing, I could do a single 8-foot long 2x4. I think that would be very cool. And maybe even use regular wood glue instead of hot glue, because the 2x4. In fact, I wouldn't even really need to do. Of course, I could just do the outsides. It'd be a shell of a house. It wouldn't be like this, but a shell of a house. I might be able to get a whole house out of a 2x4. Which would be kind of cool. It's resawing the 2x4 and not losing a lot of wood to sawdust is the problem. So there's going to be a lot of footage, even on the time lapse. There should be a lot of footage of me sitting here cutting these things, or at least, you know, a few seconds of it. So the Windows launch is going well. Very happy with that. I was on the baseball diamond up at campus there when they pushed the big red button on, was it Tuesday morning? Wednesday morning? I can't remember. Days all blur together. And that was kind of cool. And then I've seen a bunch of internet reviews of it, and the reviews are all coming in very positive, or at least everything I've seen is coming in very positive. So that makes me very happy. I'll give you a bit of an inside scoop here. It's the best product we've ever made. It really is. I don't know how much of an inside scoop that really is, but yeah, I'm very proud of it. And it's my first one. It's the first product I've ever released with Microsoft. So, but I am not an official spokesperson, and I am not entitled to speak for the company in any way, shape, or form. Anything that I say on this channel is my opinion and my opinion only. But I'm still very proud of what we've done. I've actually dreamed for most of my life about working for Microsoft. I think I've said this before in these videos, but I first started programming in 1979. Well, that exploded. And I started programming. Yeah, I've told you this before. I started programming AL on the mainframe in the University of New Brunswick. I think the first, I remember Microsoft from MS-DOS. I want to say 88 or 89, I think, was my first memory of Microsoft. MS-DOS. And I've always thought it would be so cool to work for Microsoft. And then when I got out of the Army in 98, I went back to school and took some upgrade courses and got a job at a little startup company doing, well, essentially database work. We built a product called the Paraphrase engine, a little company called Kildara, that was eventually bought out by a company that was owned by Coca-Cola, strangely enough. What we did was we actually automatically connected databases, and the databases did not have to be the same type. We could have, you know, a SQL Server talking to Progress, talking to DB2, talking to an Apple one, really. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know what any Apple databases are, but even at the time, I always thought, you know, the holy grail is Microsoft. So when I finally got the chance to come here, I kind of jumped at it. Very happy that I did. Having a great time at work. It's hard. It's a lot of work. But I get my personal self-worth and satisfaction out of how I can help people, how I can affect people. And seeing this product come out and knowing that I had some tiny portion of helping it come out and be as good as it is, I mean, that's just like, wow. The job I had before this, I was a software development manager at TELUS Health Solutions. TELUS is a telecom company up in Canada. And through a series of different acquisitions, they picked up a company that was originally known as Dinmar, that basically made the software which ran hospitals. It's called Oasis. And I, for 6 years, I helped manage the development of that software, including the physician order entry system. And I was very, very, very proud of the work that I had done there. Because, you know, you're changing lives for the better in the healthcare industry, and that's just so fantastic. But coming to Microsoft just so far and away trumps that, because Microsoft's the holy grail for high-tech people. The smartest people I have ever seen in my life work at Microsoft. And I'm just so proud to be part of that. And it makes me try harder. Like, it makes me work harder. It makes me better being around people that are so good. And knowing that, you know, our products are in the hands of literally billions of people around the world, and we're the glue that helps all of those different people succeed. Because so many people, I mean, well, let's face it, we're living in a computer world now. We just are. Oh, my phone's in my pocket here. Speaking of which, I should get that out and turn the ringer up just in case my wife calls. I do not want to miss a call from my wife. But I mean, the phone that's in my pocket here, it is a, like that, the computer that I was programming on in 1979 was, I'd say, 4 times larger than this room that I'm in right now. And this has more computing power than that computer did. Just kind of amazing to think about it. I got that plugged in. I don't need that plugged in right now. And it's Windows products that are on, you know, most of those. And when you think about how hard that challenge is, like, you take somebody like Apple, where they essentially have a closed system, or as close as it doesn't matter, to a closed system where they're able to control everything. That makes it a lot easier for them. We have an open system where anybody can make anything, hardware or software. Work, clue what people are going to make. And there are so many combinations of things that people can make. And sometimes people make good stuff, and sometimes people make crap. And we've still got to make that work. I mean, it's such a hard job, but so rewarding. I'm kind of gushing, aren't I? Yeah. All right, enough about that. I burned myself really, really well last night. I've actually got a blister here now because of, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a blister there. Normally I burn my fingertips and they can take it a lot better, but I was kind of pushing down on one of these things to get it flat, and I got myself good. That hurt a lot. I don't like pain. Me and pain don't get along. Yes, and I know that's not grammatically correct. It's pain in the eye. But let's face it, if you wanted fancy discourse, you would not be speaking or listening to me. Because they're in. I was going to say something that my wife would have slapped me for, but there's not much fancy about me. Although I have been told on occasion that I do clean up well. You know, to be honest, I think I'm going to cut up this whole box. I am certain this and the upstairs and the roof, I am going to need 1,000 of these things. I really wish I had a better way to cut them. I've tried a bunch of different ways. I've tried a miter box. I've tried the bandsaw. I don't own a scroll saw. That might work. Take them in groups of 5 or so, I guess. But I'm not even sure that would be significantly faster. I'm taking these in groups of 3. And to cut them, it's literally 1, 2. So it's not terribly long on each cut to cut them, but I don't know. It just gets tedious. But a lot of people have said before, you know, the truly good stuff does have a lot of tediousness in it. And the really good people are the ones that can handle it and overcome it. Because nothing that is really good is really easy. If it's easy, you devalue it. Talk about devaluing. Here's a rant for you. I gave it 110%. That's a freaking crock. I can't stand people who say that. Because if you have a glass of water that is 100% full, it is all the way to the top. 100% is by definition everything. If you put 110% into that glass, the rest is just going to flow out the sides, and you're going to waste it. There's no such thing as 110%. If you're giving 100%, you're giving absolutely everything. That you're giving 110%, what you really mean is all the rest of the time, I'm not actually giving 100%. I'm only giving 90%. But now I'm giving you my all, and I'm calling it 110%. So in other words, you're lying. It's almost like marketing speak. I hate marketing speak. There was a company up in Canada one time, Tim Hortons. I love their coffee. Best coffee in the world. They brought out a new line of tea. And if anybody knows anything about tea and coffee, there are 2 ways to make it. There is drip coffee, or drip tea, and steeped. And the difference is drip means you put a bunch of grinds into a filter and you pass some hot water through it, and it flows through and drips out the bottom. And as it does, it picks up some of the flavor of the coffee or the tea. Steeped means that you take an amount of the coffee or the tea in a porous bag of some kind, and you drop it inside a body of water, and you let it sit there while you're heating the water or keeping the water hot. And that's called steeping. The fact that you're leaving the grinds in to allow the flavor to be absorbed into the water. So Tim Hortons brought out this new line of tea, and it's a drip tea, where they poured it into a coffee filter the same way as they do coffee. They put water through it the same way as they do drip coffee, and tea came out the other side instead of coffee. But they thought that people would respond better to steeped tea. So they called their drip coffee steeped. It was brand named Steeped. Steeped tea. Which is a lie. They're trying to change the oh, hi Ulysses. Welcome back. You're hearing me rant now. You're calling something that it's not. And in order to get people to believe them, they put a whole line of commercials out where people were taking anything that was good and calling it steeped. So like they had this commercial with a mother and a daughter, and the mother thought that the daughter's outfit looked nice. So she said, "Steeped outfit, honey," trying to get you to associate the word steeped with good or nice. When in reality, all they're trying to do is sell a drip tea and make you think that it's something that it's not. And that ticks me off. There's my rant for the day. See what happens when you leave me alone? I'm lost in my own world. I think of these weird things to talk about. Basically, I'm rambling for 2 hours. Gotta say though, it's hot here today. It's hot, damn hot, real hot. Hotter things in my shorts that could cook things in it. Little crotch pot cooking. It's so damn hot. I saw one of those little guys in the orange robes burst into flames. It's that hot. You know what I'm talking about. What's it gonna be like tonight? It's gonna be hot and wet. That's nice, you lady, but it ain't no good if you're in the jungle. Why am I here? That's a monologue from Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack. Good morning, Vietnam. Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll. Time to rock it from the Delta to the DMZ. Is that me, or does that sound like an Elvis Presley movie? Viva da nang. Oh, viva da nang. Da nang me. Get a rope and hang me. Hey, it's 0600. Is it a little too early for being that loud? Hey, too late. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. Speaking of early, he's left Crete. He's entered the demilitarized zone. Ooh, don't go in there. You're among the little people now. We represent the Arvin Army, the Arvin Army. Oh no! Follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Follow the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Oh, I'll get you, my pretty. Oh no, it's the Wicked Witch of the West. It's Hanoi Hannah. Oh, I'll get you. You and your little choo-doo, too. Oh, Adrian. Adrian. Yeah, you guys don't want to hear that anyway. I have practically all of his monologues from that movie memorized. I had the soundtrack back when I was in the Army. I wore 2 cassette tapes out. But it really is hot. I'm actually getting quite sweaty here now. It's hot outside, plus I've got the lights on me. And the lights by themselves are hot. So it looks like this whole 2 hours is just going to be me cutting things. I swear to God, tomorrow I will put popsicle sticks on walls, and you will see walls starting to look like real walls. I think you can see it. I did one wall right there, mostly because I wanted to fill a gap, and because I didn't want people thinking that it was a door when it wasn't. So in other words, that was just me being lazy. I did that in a few spots actually. I would make the square of popsicle sticks, and it would be just a little bit too short for the hole that it was going in. So basically, I would just move it to somewhere in the middle and just let the gaps hang. It works. It's just holding up drywall. Haven't seen the movie yet, but I guess you could I could act it out for you. It's an interesting movie. It's one where you don't get exactly what you're expecting. and you've heard me talk about this before. I still thought it was good because I thought Robin Williams acting in it was fantastic. I'm actually a big Robin Williams fan. I think he was an incredible actor. Very bummed that he decided to end his life. But it says something about people. Wow. But yeah, I thought he did an amazing job in it. And apparently, he ad-libbed most of the Adrian Cronauer monologues. The story is about a DJ in Vietnam, Adrian Cronauer, and I don't know if the story itself is true, but I know Adrian Cronauer was actually a real DJ in Vietnam. But how easy it is to put this camera out here and live stream and then get the footage that I need. I might actually do more other projects. Like I've got to fix that Halo helmet there. Actually, kind of have to fix both of them. The green one I want to fix first though, because somebody somewhere dropped it and smashed it really well. And I want to put it back together. It's a beautiful, beautiful helmet. And I want to actually cast it and make copies of it. And I might just live stream that. Thing about that is there's an awful lot of sitting around with that. You do parts and pieces and then you wait for it to dry or what have you. Okay, see you when you get back, man. Ulysses was just saying he's got to go again for a few minutes. I know this stuff is kind of boring, but it does give you a real insight to the kind of work that's necessary in order to do stuff like this. Oops. Toss those everywhere. I don't know where they went. I heard one or two of them hit the ground somewhere, but I don't know where. I'll get them later. This will be my second tin of stick ends. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. That's kind of, I suppose I should just kind of do an estimate. So we've been cutting popsicle sticks for an hour now. And we've got maybe half of the box filled. No, not even a third of the box filled. Yeah, I think today I'm gonna stay on until for another 55 minutes. And then I think I'm gonna call it a day for this for now. Because I'm going. This will be my fourth. I'm working on my 4th hour in the garage working on this today. Biggest reason why I didn't film doing that other side was because I was actually sitting over on the other side while I was doing it, and you would have been looking at my bald spot a lot if I had have filmed it. Welcome back again. I was just saying that I'm going to do this up for another 53 minutes, so up till 2 o'clock my time, and then I'm going to take a break because I've been out in the garage working on this for coming up on 4 hours today already. I need a bit of a break. Oh my God, no, I still haven't. I swear to God, 2 o'clock, first thing I do, remind me of this before I go though, or otherwise I'll forget. First thing I'll do at 2 o'clock is I will go upstairs and watch the Deus Ex trailer. I swear, I promise. Maybe I'll watch it now. Would YouTube get upset at me if they heard the sound from the Deus Ex trailer in my video? I don't know. Is there a lot of music in the Deus Ex trailer? All right, then. I'm going to watch the Deus Ex trailer right now while I'm cutting this. Ha! That, of course, means opening another YouTube window. Wow. There's Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Human Revolution, and Machina. Which one am I looking for? Search for Deus Ex, see what comes back. Mankind Divided. There's two different ones. Mankind Divided, Human Revolution. Okay, I'm gonna start on Mankind Divided, I think. Oh, you know what? I have seen this. Yeah, I've seen this. This looks cool. The thing is, this says it's only PS4. Is that true? Each and every one of us. Oh yeah. This must not go on. I definitely like this. Yeah, this is cool. Hey, that I know that actress's voice. Oh yeah. You know what? Sometimes you just have to there's a couple of costumes in there I'd like to build. They've worked from the shadows for years, shaping the future, manipulating lives, controlling information. Innocents have died as they play their game. We will not sit idle and cry. In the wild rights, we are loaded above you and ignorance in your own. We will not be held into ghettos, treated as outcasts. We will stop at nothing. The world is different now. The old rules no longer apply. Your blood. There's so much pain. So many lies. Their darkness must end. This should be your fight as well, brother. The promise of a golden age is over. That is very cool. I love that kind of a genre, sort of like a cyberpunk dystopian future kind of thing. Yep, that is absolutely very cool. Yeah, my biggest problem is I'm just not a console gamer. I think that's why I originally dismissed it. I just don't game on consoles. I just can't get it to work. I'm definitely a PC guy. I'm definitely a keyboard and mouse guy. But the story looks incredible. The graphics are phenomenal. I don't own a PS4. I own a PS3 that I bought, like, I don't know, 10 years ago? Maybe? 9? I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember. I got a... I almost don't use it at all anymore. I've got an Xbox One that runs my media center for the TV. But even that, I don't really use for games. I am definitely a PC guy. Oh, there is a PC? Well, then I'll be playing. Do you know what the release date is? I'll definitely play that. That looks just too cool. Of course, another problem that I have is I want to do more of this. I want to do more of the YouTube videos. And playing games doesn't align itself well with that. Of course, I could see if I can set up to stream. I've streamed. I've done Twitch streaming of games before. We used to Twitch stream high level rating in Star Wars: The Old Republic, early 2016. So yeah, I might. Who knows? I might or not Twitch. I won't go back to Twitch. I like YouTube too much. I stream YouTube. Of course, then again, I don't know what their content rules for stuff like that is. Biased review, absolutely. Absolutely. You don't want to hear my review of Batman so far. I've got a fairly, well, I mean, I call it fairly high-end. It used to be high-end. I guess it's not really high-end anymore. And that's something else that bothers me, right? You pretty much have to spend $1,000 to $2,000 a year to keep up with a high-end gaming PC. It cost me $1,500 when I bought it, and it was a high-end when I bought it. But that was 4 years ago, I guess. I can't justify buying a new PC every year, but I'm right about at the point where I need to buy another one. I had a 256 gigabyte solid state hard drive that I put the operating system on and a couple of other things at the time, but it's gotten too full, so I definitely need a 500 gig solid state for the OS. And I kind of need to keep everything else off of it. You know what I kind of like to do is I kind of like to get 2 different solid states. One for the OS, just period, nothing else ever on that. And then another one for the game that I'm playing at the time, because the solid states run faster, run the games faster. Yeah, exactly. Top graphics cards are close to $750 or so. Actually, it can be even worse than that. At the time, when I bought it, I got 2 GeForce 6800s crossfired with, I think they had 2 gig memory in each of them. I can't remember. At the time, it was really good, but now it's middle of the road at best. But yeah, it's very expensive to keep up with. So what I tend to try and do is I spend a little bit extra every 4 years or so to buy the best one that I can get, and then just deal with it for the next 4 years or so. So with my, slightly outdated and now middle of the road PC, Batman played like a bit of a dog, which is bad enough, but it made the game unplayable for me. Like, if you're gonna fix something, you fix it. You don't fix something worse and then leave your people to hang. The people that you just made their lives worse, then you just leave them to hang for, what's it been, a month more? Like, that's not on. I've even told them what was happening. Hell, I'd give them access to my machine to debug if I thought that was going to help. I think AMD and the AMD Radeon R9 390 is around 350 and has about 8 gig. Yeah, like I said, I'd go for a higher end. I'm not sure I'd go back to cross-fired, or there's another technology that's the same thing, but it basically is 2 cards. I'm not sure I would go back to that because it's got its problems. I think I would take the money that I spend on the 2 different cards, and I think I'd put it towards one big card. I wouldn't be against $1,000 on a video card if it was going to give me, a top-end video card for several years. I've already got, I don't know, 4 or 5 terabytes of internal hard drive, plus 3, I think, more terabytes of external hard drive. So I got a lot of hard drive space. Although I got to tell you, I am filling it up. On AMD side, the top ones are 390, 390X. Their top card is only $350. So obviously I'd have to do a lot of investigation before I bought something, but I'm not afraid to spend a little money on it, but I definitely want a really good card. Actually, I should talk to Timmy from Timmy Tech TV, or Jerry. Actually, Jerry will know. When I get my next gaming rig, I'll probably rely heavily on what Jerry thinks. Thing is, right now, we're saving up for a down payment on a house, and I kind of don't want to spend $2 grand on a computer. I just find that hilarious. Yeah, I definitely want to get a really high end. I don't, like I said, I don't upgrade. I upgrade every 4 or 5 years, kind of a thing. So For a little while, I'll have the best that there is. And then for a long while, I'll have a mediocre system. I spent once in 1992, I spent $5,000 megabytes of the RAM itself cost me $1,600. $100 a megabyte. Now I've got 64 megabytes of RAM in my phone. Or is it gig? I can't remember. Fury X, is that the one where they put two cards together? Oh, we lost somebody. You still there, Ulysses? You know, this will be the second time that I've lied on the title of the video. I intended to do one thing and just never kind of get around to it. I really did want to be sheathing the walls here, but instead I'm just cutting sticks. Kind of can't sheathe the walls without cut sticks. Which is why I would really like pre-cut, square cut popsicle sticks. I bet a lot of other people that do this kind of a hobby would too. Another one trying to get away. I guess we lost Ulysses. Holy crap, that looks like it's really far behind. Half an hour left, and then I'm taking a break. Two hours of cutting the ends off popsicle sticks is I think about as much as anybody can handle. I had a song stuck in my head, and I had to go listen to it. That's happened to me too. What song? Somebody else that's watching keeps jumping in and out. Either that or people are coming and going a lot. That could be happening too. Let's face it, it could get a little bit boring watching me cut these. Impossible by a Lion Babe. I don't know that I know that one. But then again, I'm old. I know mostly old songs. $50,000 views. That's actually not a lot. 50,000 views on YouTube is not that much. Is that the official channel, or is that just something somebody put up? I just end up listening to obscure stuff that no one's ever heard of. Yeah, I listen to a lot of obscure stuff too. You ever heard of Jason Mraz? He's becoming more mainstream, but he's still fairly obscure. He's been on Sesame Street, so it kind of means you made it, right? Wow, yeah, 50,000 views from the official channel is not a lot. Used to listen to Jason Mraz, not as much now. Yeah, well, I still listen to him, like his older stuff. I haven't really gone out and found his newer stuff recently, but yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I became interested in Jason Mraz several years ago when I went to Star Wars Celebration 5, and Jay Lagaya, who is the actor who played all of the clones when they were just a little bit younger. So there were 3 actors that played the clones of Jango Fett. There was Temuera Morrison, who played Jango Fett himself, and the clones when they were fully matured. Then there was Jay Lagaya, who played the clones when they were like 18, kind of. And then there was oh, I can't remember the kid's name, who played young Boba Fett, essentially. But he also played all of the clones when they were children, like 12, kind of a thing. Geez, I can't remember his name now. That's weird. Anyway, so Jay Lagaya was the middle clone. He's the clone that you saw, or he's the guy that you saw when all the clones were in their like red and white jumpsuits eating dinner. Anyway, so he came out on stage at Star Wars Celebration 5, singing one of Jason Mraz's songs, and I loved it, and I just had to go find it, and then I went out and became a big fan of Jason Mraz after that for a while. Well, I'm still a fan of Jason Mraz, but I was kind of voracious for a while. I'm like that. I get kind of obsessed about new things, and then after a while I just get too much, I guess. I don't know. Burnout. Daniel Logan. That's who played the clones when they were about 12. Never met. I don't think I've ever met Daniel Logan. Met most of the other Star Wars actors. Well, except the really big ones. I've never met Mark Hamill. Seen him, never met him. Never met Harrison Ford. Never met Carrie Fisher. Again, I've seen her, never met her. I've driven Peter Mayhew around a couple of times. He and his wife, very nice people. Very, very nice people. I've had David Prowse at my house. That was really cool. Had dinner with Jeremy Bullock and his wife. Spent 2 days with Ray Park. I was playing posable furniture for him. I was basically his Darth Maul stand-in while he was signing for 2 days. That's a really great guy. I had a lot of nice conversations with him. He's definitely a fanboy himself. Like, just a cool all-around guy. Met a bunch of the Ewoks. There was this convention up in Syracuse, New York, several years ago, where it was pretty much all of the shorter actors, you know, Munchkins, Time Bandits, Ewoks. I actually met, oh, and Felix Silva was there too, which was cool, and Marty something or other from Curse of the Black Pearl. I got to meet one of the original Munchkins from from the Wizard of Oz. That was really cool. Yeah, being in the 501st has allowed me to do a bunch of that stuff. Got to hang out with Anthony Forrest. Anthony Forrest played a bunch of different roles, a bunch of stormtroopers, and he was the actual stormtrooper that said, "These aren't the droids you're looking for." He was that guy. I got with him a few times. Nice guy. Keep naming off names and I recognize like none of them. That's funny. I think I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Guess if I talked about tattoo artists I've met at conventions, you probably wouldn't recognize them. You are absolutely right. But hey, you know what? If you enjoy it, more power to you. My wife actually follows a lot of those tattoo shows, TV shows, so she might recognize some of the names. SWTOR is actually making me want to dig deeper into the Star Wars lore, though. The SWTOR is very cool, yeah. Just keep in mind, SWTOR is set some 6,000 odd years before the movies came out. So some similar concepts, but a lot of differences. Besides, the fact that you don't know any of them makes me sound far less pretentious. I have 2 tattoo artists that were on the show Inkmaster. Follow me on Twitter. Very cool. Do you do tattooing yourself too? Is that why? Like, why would they follow you on Twitter? I think a couple hundred years after Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, it is. It's, yeah, a little, maybe more than a couple hundred years, but yeah, it's around the same time as the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic. "15 more minutes of this, and then I am going to take off. Although I'm making a big dent on this box. tomorrow, I'll come back tomorrow at noon, and I will definitely be sheathing the walls. I will take this big box. I'll show you the box where I'm at when in 15 minutes. But I'll take this big box and we'll start gluing them to the walls. They were following a certain amount of fans back to show their gratitude to the band. Well, that's cool. That's very nice of them, actually. When I first got up on Twitter and Instagram, I had Kevin J. Anderson follow me. Kevin J. Anderson is a writer. He writes a bunch of Star Wars books. He also, with Frank Herbert's son, writes the new Dune novels and a bunch of other stuff. He's a very prolific science fiction writer. And I was all giddy that Kevin J. Anderson would follow me. And then I found out that it wasn't him that followed me, it was his publicist. And he literally follows everybody his Facebook friends with, so, and Kevin's Facebook friends with just about everybody. So it meant absolutely nothing. Uh-oh. Somebody across the street's not happy. My wife keeps getting after me to get a tattoo. I've always wanted to get a tattoo, but to be honest, I can never justify the cost. It's very expensive to get a tattoo. You know, all of this stuff seems to take much longer than I ever originally expected it would. To get a tattoo done while it's expensive, otherwise. To get a tattoo done well, it's expensive. Otherwise, it can be dirt cheap. Yeah, I don't want a dirt cheap tattoo. Tattoos are, for all intents and purposes, tattoos are forever. And you don't want to cheap out on something that's going to be on your skin forever. Oh, getting a phone call. Gotta be my wife. I'm gonna be a minute. I'll be back. Hi. How you doing? Good. What you up to? Why? Where is everybody? Ah, okay, cool. I'm good. I've been keeping very busy. I have like, I don't know, 20 hours of video up on YouTube. Me building the popsicle stand, I imagine. I've got all the walls up on the downstairs. I haven't got them sheeted yet, but I got them up at least. So hopefully I should have them at least partially sheeted by the time to get home. You can definitely see all of the rooms now. It's a big house. Yeah. So, that's really the biggest thing that keeps me busy. How about you? Yeah. What have you been up to? Yeah. Oh well. We'll be home soon. Don't worry about it. I just bought them like 4 pair of pants. No, you bought 4, took 2 back, and then bought 2 more. So I still had 4. Okay. See, I don't need more pants. No, that's enough. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I understand. I will go there one day, but I don't want more pants. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I guess I don't want any more. That's all. I am doing just fine. In fact, I'm on YouTube right now if you want to see me. Well, actually, I'm not actually on YouTube at this very moment. I'm outside, but when we're done talking, I'll get that is an image I did not. Hey, Chris, how you doing? That's good. It's the same here, actually. It's been about that here all week. It's Oh yeah, no, it's been beautiful here. It's nice at night. It's down into the 60s, but during the day it's like 85, 90. No, we're not. No. That's unusual. Okay, I miss you. I will see you in 2 days. I won't, dear. Your babies miss you too. I will. Well, I will not forget, dear. Love you. Are you? Yeah, I'd love to come. I figured that. Cool. Well, you guys have fun. Okay. Oh yeah, Windows 10 launch went quite well, actually. Very, very happy. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, cool. I'll take a look after I'm done my live stream. All right. Love you too. Bye. My wife is coming home in 2 days. Back of my shirt is soaked. It's very hot here right now. She was just telling me they're going to go to Disney World, well, downtown Disney and Disney World tomorrow. So this will be interesting in the time lapse. 2 hours of me just sitting here cutting things. Although this 2 hours will probably turn into half a minute. So it'll be 30 seconds. I'm assuming about 30 seconds. Geez, it might even be less than that. It might only be 15 seconds. If I want to get this down to like 5-6 minutes of time lapse. Might even be less than that. Yeah, 15 seconds. Now I gotta start thinking of what music I want on the. Just cut out most of the cutting then. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I mean, it's still part of the work, right? Then again, it's not. Yeah, maybe I'll just be 5 seconds of cutting. Yeah, you're right. Because that's not interesting. People want to see stuff happening. Wow, there are a lot of cars around here that are loud. This afternoon, I got to get the editing done on the second Darth Tigger's Totally Biased review. I'll get it later. All right, it is 2 o'clock. One more round here. I'll show you how much we got done. And then I need to go get a bite to eat, relax for a little while, get the editing done on that review, get that posted. So, well, you watch that filling up, and that's 2 of these now, so there's a lot there. And we got through that much of the new box, plus we had some of the old box that we were working on. And we've got that much filled with these. So tomorrow at noon, I will start, and I'll start here, and I think come around this way kind of thing, do the garage first, and then kind of move probably here, down, and up. And we'll see how much of that we can get done tomorrow. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Ulysses, you should play some Flock of Seagulls during a time lapse. The only thing about playing stuff like that is if it's copyrighted, YouTube will actually ban my video. So, got to be very careful about that. So thanks for joining us, sitting here talking to me. Special thanks to Ulysses again, because you're the only guy that really talks to me on a regular basis. It makes it go a lot faster. I really appreciate that, man. So I will see you guys tomorrow at noon again, and we'll get some of the actual sheathing done. So take care. Bye.